Hey all, and this is the Whispers in the Dark event. This is a Water Slayer event and Arcane Killer. So I have made up a few teams, all variants of each other. All of these do pretty decent damage actually. If you had the event ultimate form, you would remove Valhalla's Vanguard and put the ultimate form in its place. You may have seen me use similar teams before in previous videos. I will talk through these teams again. So with this team, you do need to take a hit, so it is the slowest out of all of the teams. It is the most powerful. The first thing you want to do with this team is get high performance unit area going, get that supercharged buff going. You need to take a hit for that though, as I previously mentioned. Gets that lovely supercharge bonus up. Increases immortal killer attack. Once you've done that, you basically just go left to right. Holiday Saints gives the next water hero to activate their battle skill a 500% damage buff. Then Metaverse Masters gives a 150% damage buff. Both buffs go on Sovereigns of the Dance. This has a self-damage increase, plus converts the Dark Gems to water. Valhalla's Vanguard. This card is actually pretty decent, but doesn't have any boost to damage, unfortunately. When it's first used, it basically fills up the grid with water power gems, which is always nice. And there we go, that's the basic team for locked bosses anyway. Does the highest damage out of all of the teams that I have. For the relics, I don't need to focus too much on these. I only need the first 2 relics to break the shields. Then the last 3 can be anything. So this relic here, this breaks 3 arcane shield plus 1 per Water Slayer ultimate hero. So that's 6 shields. Then just the basic relic to break the 1 extra shield. And then for the other 3 relics, they're basically just my best Water Slayer relics, with the exception of the last one. That's Cater's Bow. Has that slight increase to attack as well on Cater's Bow. So it is a good relic to have on the team, plus creates a few extra water gems. So yeah, that's my main hitting team. That's the team I'm going to be using for any of my own Umbral bosses. It won't be quick enough for other people's Umbrals, unfortunately. So this is where this team comes into play. Despite not having area on the team, this still hits for sometimes over 100 Q, so it is a good team. Similar to the previous team, Holiday Saints, stacked with Metaverse Masters. Both of those damage boosts go on Sovereigns of the Dance. There we go. And then Valhalla's Vanguard again. That's the Water Slayer Arcane Killer card. It has to be on the team for the killer skill. Then the change at the end is Frontier Titans. This has a good increase to Water Slayer damage. As you can see here, 130%. That's pretty solid. Then this time for the relics, I only need the 1 relic to break the shield, so I have 4 relics that can be basically anything. Cater's Bow is on the team again, percentage increase to attack. That Power of Water skill is quite useful. All relics which create water gems now create 1 additional water gem. That's always useful for getting the skills active on the very first turn. This relic again to break all of the shields. It's enough on its own, since there's now 4 Water Slayer ultimate heroes. This relic here is to match with the Santa card, Holiday Saints card. It's to make sure I get the water gems at the start. And then 2 here are both immortal relics. Again, because there's an immortal hero on the team, it's designed so I can get the water gems going at the start, if that makes sense. I want to make sure the relics match the cards on the team. This is intended as a turn 0 deck. Hopefully that made sense. It made more sense in my head than when I actually said it. But yeah, I want the relics to match the cards. So I have a board full of power gems at the start. Then if we go across, it's just a single affinity team. I haven't really used this much. The only difference is now I have wave breakers on the team instead of Multibosses Masters. This won't do anywhere near as much damage, so I don't really need to talk too much about this, but yeah, if you don't have Multibosses Masters, you would be really unfortunate if you didn't have that card by now. Then you could try a single affinity team like this. The relics are exactly the same with this team, so yeah, that's something you could try anyway if you want to go single affinity. It's difficult to really suggest anything else. All of the teams I've seen are based around these three teams. Any Water Slayer cards that have increases to damage are always good. You could also try a Water Commander team. Cards like Uprosing Coven are always quite useful. This increases self-damage, also cleanses and removes an enemy buff. But yeah, I can't really suggest anything else this time around, as I've not seen anything else that's really doing massive damage value numbers, unfortunately. You will just have to try and make up the best you can if you can't make up any of these teams or don't have the event ultimate form. So there we go, that's the teams I'm using. Let's get on with the actual event. Here we go. Alright, so here's the actual event. Sometimes we do have world bosses that spawn. I've only seen one so far, and it was right at the start of the event. You can see here, multi-bosses are still here. I'm not focusing too much on these. I will just kill the first level since I only really have the one decent team variant. I might as well use this to test out my team on. This team will be used for any bosses that are not my own. You can see I have enough water gems right at the start to just go left to right. Let's see if I can one-shot this level of the multi-boss. It all depends where the power gems... Here go, there's one loose power gem, so we shall see. Yeah, there we go, 88.2Q. So that's pretty good damage. I will try and get one of my own Umbral bosses, though. I need something a bit bigger to test out the other team on. Okay, these multi-bosses are getting on my nerves. Been waiting for my own Umbral boss, and all I'm getting is multi-bosses. Look at this, 4 on the screen now. This has completely blocked me from getting anything else, so you know what, I'm just going to attack the bottom multi-boss. That's all I can do here. Otherwise I will be waiting for another 30 minutes just to get another boss. Yeah, that's really annoying. I was hoping for a proper Umbral of my own. They need to just get rid of multi-bosses in Slayer. They block up the entire grid and stop other bosses from spawning, especially when you only want to attack the very first level of them. Oh well, let's give this a go anyway and see how much damage I can do. The Umbral bosses have around 300 QHP, so this will give you all an idea of how close I can get to one-shotting them at least. It's not ideal, but there's nothing I can do when multi-boss after multi-boss wants to spawn. Anyway, let's just go left to right, and then this should do around, I don't know, 150Q, maybe 200Q, I'm not sure. Keep an eye on Sovereigns of the Dance, see how much damage that does. 192.1Q, so that's not bad. It would probably hit harder after the very first turn, as you can see Valhalla's Vanguard makes the whole board crush together, no loose power gems, but it's not bad though. And something else did spawn, a Carillion boss. Yeah, that doesn't really help me much. But yeah, it's annoying. These multi-bosses just block up the board like this. I guess I will fight this one as well. The Carillion boss. It gives me a chance to try out my final team over here. Right, and this team I think is just left to right. You want to use Valhalla's Vanguard first, since it makes the whole board crush together. Let's see how much this does anyway. I've not tried this team. It won't do as much as the Metaverse Masters team, I don't think. There's nothing loose on the board. Let's see. Yeah, 6.7 Q. Not very much damage. This could be useful for guild bosses or frenzy bosses though. So the team does have its uses. Anyway, I think I'm done with the team testing. You can see now, nothing else is spawning. And I don't want to hit these multi-bosses again. Alright, so let's just have a quick look at this Ectoplasm leaderboard. I have only seen the one world boss, which is kind of annoying. It gave the ectoplasm needed for this. It's a guild game type. We are currently first. Awarded to all guild members 5 water potions. Well, that's not getting me excited in the slightest. I will be honest there. And, well, it seems like only one world boss is spawning per player, as no one has more than 3 ectoplasm here. That's very, very strange. Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on with this feature. I think it may need to be rethought, if I'm being honest. It's clearly not working as intended. But anyway, that's what the feature looks like. Right, and now to have a look at the event rewards. But firstly, let's scroll down again. Guess what? The multi-bosses are still there. Nothing else has spawned. They've blocked up the entire board. I'm not attacking them. I will turn the game off for a bit after I have finished this video. Let them all time out, then try again afterwards. Very, very annoying. They should just be taken out of Slayer and kept in Commander, in my opinion. But anyway, here's the collection. Right, so yes, one of these legend collections again. A few reasonable items in there, but nothing super exciting. It's for Cater, as you can see there. Let's go ahead and claim all of this anyway. There we go. The season choice coins and the gems are always useful, but they are in every collection. There we go, let's go and finish off that nice and quickly. So we have a larger than usual Legends League by the looks of it. It should make staying in this league pretty easy. And the card this time around is a Vanguard. A Fire Vanguard, Absorb. Oh, what a shame the Defender skill is not very good, as that could have been potentially really useful on my Defender team if it had a better Defender skill. But there we go, that's what it is. A Vanguard with a battle skill that creates a few Fire Power Gems. Yeah, probably not something I will end up using because Absorb is not very good, but then again, my defense does need some work, and it is a fire defense. And I will go ahead and claim the random 6-star hero. Right, there we go. I will claim the water essence while here as well. So what am I going to get? Well, we are about to find out. This should be interesting. Or not. That's a Gen 2 card. However, I think that's... yeah. It's the only card out of the collection I did not already have. So that's something good, I guess. If I somehow managed to get this deck, I could also claim the shiny as well if I was able to get the main hero. Right, and finally, let's have a look at the event deck. Then afterwards I will have a look at the news feed. Hometown Heroes creates 14 Water Power Gem IX and increases Water Slayer damage by 175%. That's actually kind of ridiculous if I'm being honest. Huge damage buff, huge amount of power gems. It's even better than having Metaverse Masters on the team. 175% damage buff. So yeah, what you could do is try this card. Then if we go over to here, cast the Mindbender. This also has the increase to Water Slayer damage. So you could try the event ultimate form plus cast if you have the event deck. Get 2 times boost of 175%. And that should be one of the most effective teams you can make up. Then 2 other damage boosting cards plus Sovereigns of the Dance. The Master Hero on its own though, it only creates the power gems and they are only level 8s rather than level 9, so yeah, the Ultra Rare on its own is probably worth getting, but not the Master Hero. But yeah, it's a really powerful deck. A massive step up from previous decks again. The power creep is more like power jump. Okay, let's get out of here and have a look at the news feed. Right, scroll up. Update to Whispers in the Dark. Oh, so they took one of the items. Yeah, the Analyzer Care Package scroll. You can't purchase it now. Adjusted the HP for all world bosses. Well, I've only seen the one world boss, so I can't really say too much about that. The event boosters as well. If you switch guilds, any Analyzer Care Package scrolls collected will be removed. Plus you have to wait 24 hours now. They really are trying to get rid of any exploits with alt accounts in the game. Spawn rates of multi-bosses have been adjusted to a lower rate. Are you having an absolute laugh? You saw what happened when I tested out my teams. That's an absolute joke claiming that. Yeah, I can't believe it's claiming spawn rates have been adjusted to a lower rate. That is quite funny. Anyway, one of the multi-boss quests has been updated. Trophy rewards have been increased. I still don't care about them though. They are just annoying. I don't want to make up 5 teams to be able to fight all of them. 1 team is enough. But anyway, if you want the highest positions, you are probably going to need to fight them, unfortunately. Then the 24-hour free pink star bonus. And a few other things there. But yeah, the event, or should I say the special part of the event, doesn't look that exciting. The final day gives some sort of relic, but that's about it. And there we go, that marks the end of this video. I hope that was helpful. Sorry about my frustrations with this event. The news feed claiming multi-bosses are spawning less often, yet my entire board was just full of them, with me not wanting to take down any of them. If you did enjoy this video though, please do give it a like and subscribe. It's always appreciated by me if you do that. And thank you all to those that have already subscribed to the channel. I've included a previous week's event video, plus a playlist with all my legendary Game of Heroes videos in. Plus you can also subscribe from here if you want to do so. And thanks for watching.